Hi, good day. Today we are going to work with equations that have variables on both sides. So, like always, let's go ahead and separate our two equations, our two sides of our equation. Okay, and you notice we have a 5x and we have a 2x, one on each side. Okay, we need to get those on the same side. So I need to move one of them to the other side. I'm going to pick the 2x. I'm going to take the 2x and I'm going to move it over here. And now when you cross the equal sign, it changes signs. So you have the 2x. Okay, I want to get rid of it over here. So I want it to go away, which means I'm going to do a negative 2x because it's a positive 2x here. So to get rid of it, I'm going to do a negative 2x or a minus 2x. Same thing here. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So basically what I did is I took this 2x, okay, and I moved it to the other side. And it was positive on the right side, and now it's negative on the left side. So now I have 5x minus 2x, which is 3x, plus 2 equals, now the 2x is gone, 14. Okay. Now we have a two-step equation, and we know from a lot of practice that we're going to get rid of the 2 first. So we have 3x equals 12, and then divide by 3, and x equals 4. Okay, so just remember on multi-step equations, the last two steps are not changing. It's the first two or the first one step that's changing. Okay, let's look at another one. All right, so this one, again, we're going to separate our equal sign. All right, so we have left side, right side. Okay, this one has parentheses. Okay, so whenever you have equations, you cannot solve the equation until the parentheses are gone and you combine like terms. Okay, so in order to get rid of the parentheses, I have to distribute. So I have 2x times 5x, and I get 10x. I'm sorry, 2 times 5x. 2 times a negative 1 gives me negative 2. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. Now the line helps me keep my equation all lined up as well. Now we have 3 times x, which is 3x, and then 3 times 11, which is 33. Okay. All right, now I just have the same problem I had last time. I have x's on both sides of my equation. I have an x here and I have an x here. All right, so I need to get those together. And it really doesn't matter which one you move. Okay, I always move the smaller one so I don't end up with negative numbers. But if I move the 10x, I'm just going to end up with a negative and have to divide by a negative, which is fine. But personally, I just move the smaller coefficient, the one with the smaller number. Right, so that means I'm going to take this 3x and I'm going to move it. So I have to do the opposite. So I'm going to have a negative 3x. And I'm going to notice I'm lining it up with the like terms. I am not putting my negative 3x here because I can't combine negative 2 and negative 3x. So make sure you line up your like terms. Okay. So 10x minus 3x is 7x. Bring down my minus 2, my equal sign, and this is gone, so I have 33. Now it's a two-step equation. So add 2 to both sides. So 7x, that went away, equals 35. I'm going to divide by 7, and I get x equals 5. Okay? All right. So again, the last two steps are not changing. It's the first ones that are changing. Now we have special situations when we get variables on both sides. Okay? We have equations with one solution, which is what we just did, where x equals 3, x equals 5. Then we have what we call identity. And if you remember, the identity property was when a number equaled itself. Okay? That was the identity property way back in the first chapter. Right? And then we also have equations with no solution. Right? So these two here are special situations. Right? This is the one that we normally get. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, we're going to get an equation with one solution. Meaning we're going to x equals 1, x equals 2, x equals 0. Now, the identity, what happens with the identity problem is, let's go ahead and look at this one here. I'm going to rewrite this. 5m minus m equals 4m. Okay, got a lot of m's. Okay, no distributing, so we don't have to get rid of parentheses, but I need to combine like terms. So 5m minus m is 4m. Okay, equals 4m. Now, if you notice that they're both the same, you know that they're going to cancel. But let's say we don't see that. I'm going to take this 4m, okay, and move it over here. Right? So that means I'm going to subtract 4m. Subtract 4m. Those cancel. I'm left with 0. Those cancel, and I'm left with 0. So 0 equals 0. There's no variable here. Okay, when there's no variable, you have two choices as your answer: identity or no solution. Okay? In this case, this is a true statement. Okay, it's a true statement, so this is an identity. Okay. Now let's look at this one here. Okay, so we have 2y plus 3y equals 5y. Right? So I'm going to combine like terms. 2y plus 3y, all right, equals 5y, equals 5y. Right? If I want to move my 5y, okay, and it was 0 equals 0, so that's your identity. All right? True statement, so it's identity. Okay. Right? Notice these don't happen all the time. And if you notice, my variable disappeared or got canceled in both times. If your variable doesn't get canceled, you just have a one solution and it's x equals 0, whatever you got for your answer. All right, let's try another one. Let's try one with no solution. All right, so we have 2x equals 2x plus 1. Hang on. Let me erase that, start over. So we have 2x equals 2x plus 1. Okay. Now here, this is very important. It's going to save you some time. So you have two variables. Okay. Now I can move either one of them. But let me tell you, a shortcut is to leave the one that's by itself. You notice this 2x is by itself. There's nothing over here besides the 2x. So I'm going to leave it. That means I'm going to take this 2x and move it. Okay. So I'm going to subtract 2x. Okay, those cancel, and I'm going to get 0 equals, those cancel, 1. This is a false statement. Okay, so this is a no solution. Okay, so if it's false, it's no solution. If it's true, it's an identity. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one has distributive on one side and just two terms on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead, separate my equation. Again, before I can start moving, I can't move this 10x anywhere or this 5x or 6 until the parentheses are gone. So make sure you always move parentheses first. So 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, I'm going to bring this down. All right. Now I'm going to take, I'm going to move this 10x. Okay, so in order to move that 10x, I'm going to subtract 10x. 10x. All right, these cancel. I'm left with 12. These cancel, and I'm left with 12. Okay, so my variable is gone. Again, when your variables cancel, so they're gone here and they're gone here. No more variables. You're either going to have identity or no solution. Okay, this is a true statement, so this is going to be an identity. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this one. I'm going to separate my equation with the equal sign. Right? I don't have any parentheses, meaning I don't have any distributive. Again, always get rid of parentheses first. Okay? But I can combine like terms. So I have my negative 3m and my 12n. So I'm going to go ahead and combine those two. When I combine those, I get 9m. Okay? I'm going to bring down my plus 5. My equal sign. There's nothing to combine over here. All right? Okay, so now I'm going to move one of my 9m's. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and move this one. All right, those cancel. I'm left with negative 4. Bring down my equal sign. Those cancel. I'm left with 5. Okay, variable's gone, so I have an identity or a no solution. This is a false statement, so this is a no solution. Okay, or you can use NS. All right, that's variables on both sides. All right, and just an interesting fact, you can see penguin poop from the space. Okay, so there's a picture, and then there's a picture from space here of penguin poop. All right, have a great day.